finally got it going. So I am going to explain a couple of things. Just hoping that the mic is working. It looks like it is. I got it plugged into the iPhone just to try this out, to show people that you can do content on here. So I want to show you the new LED, mini LED TV. And I'm going to show you things that I was having troubles with. Wow. Let's go over here. All right, I'm going to go to my page. I'm going to go to my content. And let's see. I got a lot of content. Where is it? Where is it? This one right here. Okay. All right. All right. Now, I'm going to show you some things that I've been doing. Yeah, that's good right there. All right, I'm going to pause it. Now, the way I have this TV set up is I have this remote control right here, okay? And it can take LED or whatever. But if I press the setting, which is this 1, 2, 3 real quick, all right, you see all settings. Now, if I click on here, go to picture, go to expert settings, because I have it on dynamic. I turn the brightness to 15 to 50, sharpness to 20, color to 25, tint I didn't mess with. I kept that off. I kept the static HDR tone on, static instead of active. Contrast enhancer high. Shadow detail, I wanted to get all the little white specks, so I put it -5. Gamma, 2084, that tells me I'm in HDR mode. And then I put it at -3 also, just to show you. It gets brighter and brighter, all right? So it's up to you how much brightness you want. That's pretty clear. And I'll just put it at 0 for now. Local dimming on high. Color Boost Pro high. Color tone standard. You can have it cool, which gives it kind of like a bluish tint, or you can have it on standard, which gives it a warmer tint. Okay. White balance don't mess with. That I don't. Blue light. See? It's more of a yellowish tint if you want to get the blue light reduction off. But I like the natural. And then that's it, okay? So, this is an HDR. Now, I'm going to show you an SDR. So, I'm using a Mac M4 Mac Studio, going to settings, going to displays, and you see it's in HDR. So watch what happens when I take it out of HDR. And I'm going to go back to YouTube. Do you see a difference? No. But if I hit my 1, 2, 3 again on the remote, all settings, it's totally different now. So this is my SDR settings, 35 to 35, 20 sharpness. I moved 25 to 30 on color. Contrast enhancer is off. It's -5 on shadow. It's now 1886 gamma, -3. I don't like any snow. Low dimming, you can have it on low, standard, or high. you know. And I don't really see that much between high and standard. But I like less noise, so I keep it on low, all right? Native, Color Boost Pro, I have it off. So if I turn it on, see, it's up to you, all right? Yeah, I leave it on low because I'll show you why in a moment. And then standard, of course, instead of cool. And you see, yellow, and then, so I keep that off. All right, so this is in SDR mode, all right? Let's watch it. It should look pretty good. Now, you really can't tell with this type of content, okay? I got it in 8K mode, and it's HDR, all right? So, I'm going to go to Premium. And I am going to go to another content. Yeah. Yeah, let's watch this, okay? So, come on. All right, we'll just leave it on Albert. Now, look, this is in SDR, okay? And if I go to Julian, all right, look at the colors in SDR. Now I'm going to go and change it to HDR. Picture, expert. Oh, no, I'm sorry, I messed up. It's already set to SDR and HDR, okay? This is all you have to do. This is SDR. The picture quality, you can see why I didn't add any color or anything like that, because look at that. It looks sharp. It's bright enough. If I didn't turn off the brightness and the color and stuff, it would be washed out. And plus, you can see how sharp the image is. So you have to play with each TV for the SDR settings and the HDR, all right? So let's go back to Julian. Now, this is how I change it between HDR and SDR. I just go to System Settings. It's already on Displays. I just turn it on to High Dynamic Range. And then I go back to Chrome, where YouTube is. Now, you see how bright he is? And then if I go to Albert, or Al, boost him on. So you see, it's totally different. So if you want a brighter picture, sometimes I put it on soccer in HDR, sometimes in SDR, depending on the picture quality. And that's what I'm doing. So the TV is already set up the way I want it. So what I'm going to do is, the easiest way is I go into Settings, and I can do it from down here too. All right, just click on that. And then just turn this off. High Dynamic. And then go back here. And you see, it's darker, and I like this type of picture better than the HDR. So I'm always doing that, okay? Depending on what content you're watching, all right, this looks better to me in SDR. But depending on what camera they're using, I can also tell if it's 10-bit, 4K, high definition. This is like 1080 60p, I think. Yeah, 1080p premium, okay? So it still looks good on this monitor, even if this is a 4K monitor. Now, if I get out of here, go back to my channel, go back to the content, go back to where the dog was, in AK. Yeah, right here. Okay, so this is the beginning, and this is an SDR. All right. So I set this in NVIDIA RAW, 12K, 8K, and there's only 2 programs that work with it. This is the Nikon Z8. Now, I only had the IBIS going. I did not have, well, in 8K, they kind of turn off the stabilization, okay? So I think the IBIS was on, but I couldn't get the digital stabilization, which would have made it a lot better. And I think I was using the Viltrox 20 millimeter. So you can see a little jumpiness, stuttering now and then, but still the image quality is good. Now we're going to change it to HDR, and I'll leave it right there. Go here, settings. Here's HDR now. And this monitor is at 120 hertz. That's as fast as it can go. I think the HDR implementation on the Mac is much better than Windows. Okay? And I have an S95B also OLED, and I've noticed the same thing. Why did I pick this TV? Because it's a mini LED. So you see, this is brighter. And I will just press play again. And as you can see, now you can see why I've been messing with this TV and the settings so much. I was thinking of bringing it back, but once I found all of the setting menus, and I did get an update, and I got some more settings. But you see, the way I'm walking, it's not stable. All right, so this is HDR. Now let's go back to SDR. And all I do is turn that off. It's darker now. So I have a little bit more orange tint, okay? So you have to play with the monitor. The image quality looks good. It has a 3D pop, all right? Now, I want you to notice in HDR, you can see more of my spots since I'm an old guy, okay? Old guy that makes faces and all that stuff. But let's go back to one more time. So that was SDR, this is HDR now. And then we'll go back here. And you see, I'm a lot brighter now. So you can see on the different the picture quality that I've used, if it's low light and stuff and it doesn't look in SDR, I go to HDR to brighten it up. And then this is toward the end, I'm showing my dog who jumped on the table because he loves eating the acorns off of the live oak tree. And I can, yeah, let's see if I get a better picture. It's only 3 minutes long, 3.5 minutes long. All right, yeah, a little bit more. I'll get it when he's sitting. Yeah, he doesn't mind being in front of the camera. And he loves it when I start talking. Because then he gets a little crazy and then he says, okay, it's time for a walk. Right now he's sleeping. Okay, and I'm going to the last shot. All right, I'm going to leave it right there, and I'm going to go into the TV settings. Picture, expert. Now remember, we were talking about the color, so you can bring it up to 30. But I left it at 25, so I have another secret weapon that I use. See, color boost is on high. All right, so there's the color tone standard. Cool. See how blue it is? And then it warms it up. So the color boost was high on here, okay? So now I'm going to go to back to SDR. Okay, and then go back here. So you can see the color boost is off. So low, high. All right, look at the fence. All right, and then he has a little bit more kind of a reddish orange color. Okay, and yeah, so now, you know, the gamma changed. The enhancer is off, so I can brighten it up. All right, now he's brighter. And I have it at 30 already. So I usually leave this at 25 on this mode. Okay, that way he's not overblown. And that's all I do. So I already have the brightness contrast on SDR at 35. But on HDR, it's 15 and I think 30. So it's a little bit different. And let's take a side view of them. Okay, so it's more color. So what do you think? And there you go. It's more color, but it's an SDR. But you can tell that in the sunlight, it's on the vivid, it's more green than the dark. And then if I put it one last time to HDR, all right. See how bright it is? And it's totally different, okay? So I just wanted to show you what I've been doing with this TV. I'll just wrap it up. Thank you for watching. And let me close this. All right, close that. So I use this all the time. I just leave it open and then I go back and forth, okay? I wish there was a faster way of doing it, but I can't. And here's the star of the show. Took him for a walk. He's happy. He's fed. So anyway, thank you for watching. Remember, stay safe, keep smiling, and I shall see you next time. Bye, folks. Have a wonderful day.